If animals suddenly became capable of doing human jobs, which types of animals would suit which jobs? There was already that one baboon trained to operate the switch tracks in response to the various whistles from the trains. Some jobs required him to know he needed some keys, and he nailed that too. And he was paid in booze. That's right, a stupid-faced monkey could handle all that. Moths changing light bulbs. This would be so counterproductive. Alrighty, just gonna screw in this last ball. Oh, it's the most amazing goddamn thing I've ever seen. I love my job, BBB. A cheater at that one fast food employee who chases your car after you forgot your straw. Oh no, we forgot the... Bert, send the cheetah. I think gorillas can be good paramedics. They run fast, can climb things easy, and they are most like us, so they have the ability to do medical tasks. They would have good monkey skills. EMS medical lingo for the skills that require manual dexterity like starting IVs and intubating. Whales could fix the leaks in a lot of oil pipelines under the ocean, and then they could sue them out of those companies. Whales would be good environmental lawyers. They got big ass brains for it too. Dolphins would probably be the sketchy type of lawyer though. They'd take bribes from landlubbers any day. I think a gorilla would make a good bouncer at a club. They're intimidating. They seem smart enough to read an ID, and that they need to let in pretty girls. And they could obviously beat that out of anybody causing any problems. Silverback gorillas in customer service. Dare you to complain now, Karen. Barry the gorilla isn't going to give you a refund on that item you bought from a different store. He's going to pull your arms off instead. Chimps would be better because they seem a bit more aggressive than silverbacks. You don't want to bite your customer's face off, just make them think you will if they push things a little too far. Cats would be criminals. Just imagine a cat as a mafia boss to some Italian mafia. Tony, I told you if you lay down with that pussy again, I'll claw you. You leave me no choice, Tony. No choice. The elegant compartment and sinuous movements of a cat are currently emulated by high fashion models already. They're even as mercurial in their moods and affections. Considering the ruckus that my corgi causes every time I try to leave the house, corgis would make good prison guards as well as their usual herding jobs. Police dogs, carrier pigeons, seeing-eye dogs, emotional support pigs, beasts of burden. Animals do have jobs. Police dogs and emotional support pigs. Oh lord, that is the cutest thing. Mouse, scientist. Elephant, firefighter. Kangaroo, babysitter. Eel, electrician. Ant, builder. Bee, pilot. Spider, sewer. Giraffes would be firefighters. Really? Not even when another animal basically has a fire hose attached to his face. I'm imagining an all-animal firefighting squad where the giraffe gallops over traffic to get to the fire, and he has several ferrets and chimpanzees on his back. The ferrets then scramble through the burning building and fallen support beams to locate trapped citizens, and the chimps use their super strength to clear the way and rescue them via giraffe neck ladder. Dogs would be incredible as therapists, guards, and aid workers depending on their breed and training. Friendlier breeds would of course be amazing therapists because you can just talk to them about anything and they won't care. I just want to point out that some of these jobs are already being done by the animals. Monkeys would be ace building constructors. Minimum scaffolding needed. Swans or geese would be border security. No one would willingly try and sneak through anywhere. A capybara would absolutely take over my job as a psychiatrist, and I'm not even worried about that. Horses would be special needs teachers or therapists or coaches. Elephants would make maps. Rhinos would be the SWAT team. Octopi and chameleons would be spies. Birds would be in choirs and bands, or fashion designers, except for birds of prey. Birds of prey would be the Secret Service or assassins. Dolphins would be marines. Spiders would be tailors. Butterflies, bees, and hummingbirds would be ballet dancers or gardeners. Beetles, like ladybugs, worms and squirrels would also be gardeners. And finally, goats and kangaroos would be martial artists. Did Zootopia teach you nothing? All animals are capable of doing any job. Get a load of this guy. Dogs as therapists. I mean, my dog is basically a therapist already. She just sits there and listens to me rant about whatever. The best part about this, it doesn't cost $150 an hour, but rather a few treats and a good girl rub on her belly. Birds who make the most beautiful chirps and stuff would make the greatest musicians or music educators like choir directors. Horses become farmers. They're already better farmers than human farmers. Dolphins are already very smart. Imagine them in the Coast Guard. Dogs would be great for retail as they are people pleasers. Also, you could have different breeds for different jobs. For example, golden retrievers could help find things, whilst Newfoundlands could be security as they could drag criminals out of the store. Dogs could be hotel or restaurant hosts or greeters, or garbage disposals. That's already my dog's job now. Cats would open up exterminator services. Mr. Smith had a mouse infestation. Meow, he doesn't. Call Whiskers Whiskim Exterminators. Mice, rats, and whatever would either have to stop squatting, or cat and snake services would skyrocket. Vultures would drive tow trucks. Weasels would be lawyers, obviously. I think this question is partially answered by BoJack and Zootopia. I work in a test lab where we abuse the hell out of various electronic doodads to see if they can survive in the field. High voltage, dust, humidity, vibration, electric shocks, extreme hot or cold, etc. One of the tests is called the drop test, where we knock things off a pedestal so they can fall onto a slab of concrete. Cats. And cats would excel at this test. Rats would be the perfect spy and infiltrators. They could fit in small holes and grab USBs and other important objects for whoever they are working for. Plus, you could strap a mic to them to collect audio from where they are. Cats would be amazing private detectives. They could monitor anyone, anywhere, without arousing suspicion. My dog Terry would be a carrot farmer. That crazy boy just loves him some carrots. He'd wear a little straw hat, maybe have a mule named Banjo. They'd set up a frickin' carrot stand and watermelons. He would just sell watermelons to supplement his income. Terry's Carrots. I imagine dogs would be good at just about everything customer service related, since they love people so much. I would want to see a dog as a prosecutor, and in court he says to the jury, "That man is not a good boy. He is the baddest boy. He is the kind of bad boy that will poop on your nice carpet and chew up your nicest shoes." Kangaroos would make good nannies. Monkeys would make good butlers. Gorillas would make fantastic firefighters. Sharks could start cleaning plastic out of the ocean. We could just pay mosquitoes to stop being a huge threat to people, like North Korea in the 90s. And I have to imagine the dung beetles could go clean out the White House. Wolves would be great bounty hunters. Rabbits would be code makers. Pigs would work in garbage disposal. Chameleons would work in interior design. I also don't know what kind of jobs ferrets would do, but I'll be damned if they didn't walk around wearing a little suit and tie and holding a briefcase. Probably not answering your question, but I'm just imagining a bunch of raccoons destroying things, stealing things, going through garbage cans and throwing things out from me. Dogs as emotional support. You're laughing, but you can actually pay someone, in Japan I think, just to be here. Nothing sexual, just being a presence to help you boost your morale or something. So basically dogs have good bodies. Cats manning the customer complaints window. Not the cute cats, those cats that will claw Karen's eyes out. I can just see a penguin becoming a hotel receptionist, or a giraffe as a fast food worker. Lions are soccer players and tigers play basketball. Oh, and pigs in politics. Wombats as excavators, pack rats as pickers, squirrels as tightrope walkers, quokkas as greeters or receptionists, pikas as florists, capybaras as spa techs, praying mantises as preachers, penguins as maîtres d', basset hounds as funeral directors. Some animals are already doing human jobs. Horses are or were used as transportation. Canine units and the police are used to sniff out drugs and bombs and to chase criminals faster than any human can. And in many Asian countries, oxen is used to plow the ground for rice farming. You know that asshole manager that lounges around in his office all day, comes out periodically to either fake or demand shows of attention, then retreats and wants nothing to do with any of you? Yeah, that'd be a shoo-in job for cats. First things first, anything with a ween of human size or larger could probably end up a porn star. Pandas would probably own nice little Chinese-inspired cafes. Cats, especially in Japan, would be restaurant hosts. Dogs would do what they keep doing, provide therapy, help people with disabilities, be narcs, or barks. Cats could be your annoying roommate that eats all your food and leaves a mess everywhere. The only food of theirs they let you eat is leftover McDonald's fries once in a while. Dogs are comedians. Cats are therapists because they just stare right through you thinking, who's this dumbass? I assume the pigs would start a revolution, leading them to completely taking over, using the rest of the animals to their advantage. Elephant as a security guard. Imagine the kind of chair the elephant would need to sleep on during the job. Peacocks as fashion designers, snakes as used car salesmen, Canadian geese as pilots, giraffes working as window cleaners, foxes as lawyers, pigs as food critics, spiders as typists or recorders in court, owls as psychiatrists, seals as Navy SEALs, skunks working in the perfume department at shopping centers. That's all I got.